Hello again. Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel. My name is David Charles, International Psychic and White Witch, and today we're doing a reading for you entitled, Will I Move to a Different Country? Will I move to a different country? Will you move abroad, in other words? The answer to that we'll find out for you in a few moments. After the short readings, we're going to do stage 15 of the tarot course, the Old England Tarot School diploma course, designed by myself and my soulmate Leslie 20 odd years ago. Today we're on the Ace of Cups. That's section or part 15, straight after these readings. So the question is, will you move abroad? Will you move to a different country? Would you really like to know? Stay with me and we'll find out after this short break. Welcome back. So let's find out, will you move abroad? What we're going to do now is going to look at 4 stacks of cards. We'll shuffle them a bit more. They've been shuffled, but just give them a little bit more shuffling. And we're going to do 4 stacks, as we always do. I'll put them right over there because I keep picking them up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're looking at 4 years now. So we're starting with the year that we're in. Whenever you find this is called a timeless reading, so there are no times or dates. This reading will be found by you when you're meant to find it, and you will be choosing the pack of cards stacked. So here they are, and we call these 1, 2, 3 and 4, and I'd like you to choose one. Which one do you fancy? 1, 2, 3 or 4? Maybe you'll go with your intuition, maybe it's your lucky number. Which one looks fine? You may like the look of the way they're laying, but you can pause the video if you want. And when you've chosen, we'll start with number 1. So number 1, here we go, push them away a bit. Will you change countries this year? Well, I believe you will. Quite simple. At the moment, this thought or this decision or this dream is causing you a lot of stress and a lot of worry, and you don't need it. I see you alone at night, worrying about other things as well. Maybe things that are driving you to consider moving abroad to a different country. If you're in a big place like America, you may be moving states, which is as good as moving country because it's a massive place, isn't it? But I think you're worrying too much about this, and you may be delaying doing it because of indecisiveness. I don't think you're eating properly, some of you, number 1, and I don't think you're sleeping well. And I gather you're alone at night with your worries for company. If you're going to move country, it's favourite next year. So that's January next year. Wherever you are now, you could be in July, you could be in November. But from January next year, that's the best year for moving, as depicted by the World card. That means, really, that the world is your oyster. You can dip in and have a basin full of anywhere you want. It's all about timing, life always is. But I think number 1, I don't think you'll be moving this year, but make your plans if you want to move abroad to a different country next year. After that, things go okay to start with, but they're a bit trying for you about earning your living, that sort of thing. I don't think there'll be a problem. I just think you'll be worrying about that as well. I think some of you, number 1, are natural born worriers anyway. Some of you have wanted to move abroad for some time, but I believe that 1 or 2 of you have partners that are not too keen on doing this. And it may be the other way around, that your partners want to move and you're not too keen on doing it. I don't think some of you want to leave your friends and family behind for a start off. So that's what's worrying you. I think you'll move abroad next year. I'm not convinced that all of you want to do this, but I think you will. The following year, I think, is all about work. I think when you move, your career will involve moving, either you or your partner, maybe both of you, moving around, traveling all over the place to earn your living, to look after yourselves. I don't see any disasters at all. The problem I do see, if it is a problem, may not be, but I think you may move back to where you live now in the 4th year. You don't have to, you can change that. That's the beauty of having psychic readings. If I say something you don't like, you change it. If I tell you you're going to lose your handbag in the shops, you make sure you didn't. So, looking at this number 1, it's quite straightforward. Stop worrying about it. If your partner wants to do it and you don't, give it a bit more thought, because it's not looking like a disaster. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. But it looks as though you're going to do it, and I think it'll be next year. So if you're in July now, it'll be after the 1st of January next year, wherever you are now. I think you'll move somewhere overseas. If you're in America, you may just move states or a big country similar to that. And lots of my clients are in America, of course. I think that then the 3rd year, you'll be involved in traveling around to earn your living. I think you'll be okay. I think you'll be on the move. I don't think your feet will touch the ground. You'll be busy, busy, busy. And you'll be traveling. You'll never get a chance to sit down. That may wear you out a bit, and you can't afford to let that happen. The problem is, or the good thing is, whichever you think it is, I think you'll go back to where you are now in the 4th year. So you may move abroad, but I don't think you'll stay there forever. Something will pull you back. I think it's family and friends and maybe ex-lovers from the past. People you're missing. I think your move abroad will be happy, but not happy enough. I don't think you'll settle. I don't think you'll be contented, but I do think you will do it just to find out. Of course, your job is to prove me wrong and make sure when you go abroad that you are happy. But you mustn't go there just to work, work, work and nothing else. You need some leisure time, number 1. So, I hope you like that. Please subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I upload new videos, which is very regular, God willing. And if you want a psychic reading full length, you can get me on my website, davidcharlespsychic.com, or you can get one of my team that work for me there, and they're all brilliant. That's how they get to my team. Let's take a look at number 2. If you chose number 2, this is for you. Well, will you move abroad? In most of your cases, you'll be offered a job abroad next year. Maybe before that, but I don't think you'll move until next year. So the answer is yes again, I think. I think you'll move abroad next year. You could go sooner. Again, that's why you have readings, to change what you don't like to hear. Depends how far away next year is, I suppose. If it's only January now, you're looking at 11 months. But this reading starts next year, okay? Whenever you read this, see this reading. And I think you'll be very sought after. You're going to need a job to move abroad because they won't let you do it otherwise. As I said earlier, if you're in a big country like America, you may be just moving states, but you're moving. I think you'll be successful. I think the new career over there, wherever it is, will suit you down to the ground. I think you'll be growing all the time you're there. Growing, maybe starting families, maybe growing in new love stakes, all sorts of new things going on. The reason is because next year you will be highly fertile, number 2. And you know, I've told you many times in these readings, fertility doesn't just mean babies. Fertility means growth. It means expansion, new projects, things taking off, new romances, new businesses sometimes, and new jobs. So I think you'll move next year. You can make it happen sooner. Don't fear it, do it. The following year, I think money is coming your way. I think you're getting your share of money. I think things will financially will improve for you. I think you'll be so pleased that you moved. So don't fear this move. If you're with a partner and one of you are not sure, you need to convince each other. It's nearly always the case that one of you is not sure, and it's usually always the case that you're frightened of leaving your family and maybe elderly parents or brothers and sisters or your friends. You have to decide what's good for you. And I'm sure they would agree with that and do what's good for you. But you'll move abroad next year, I believe, if you want to. Your finance will improve the year after. And the 3rd year, I think, is a spiritual month for you. I think your dreams will come true. I think everything will fall into place. I really believe that you're doing the right thing if you do it. It's not something to fear. Unlike number one, where I saw them coming back, I don't think you will go back to where you live now. Not for a while anyway, not for 4 years anyway. There may be things hidden from you in the 4th year, but it's a long way off. Well, it could be 3 years and a month away, but the 4th year away, you need to work out what's going on. There could be secrecy, there could be deceit, there could be people hiding things from you. It could be your partner, it could be your friends, it could be people at work. But make sure you're not in the dark, number 2, in the 4th year. So if you want to go abroad, or change states if you're in a big country like America, and the USA is such a wonderful place, this is right for you to do it. If your partner doesn't want to do it, I think some of you will go alone, to be quite honest. I think some of you will go on your own. I'm not seeing splitting ups and that sort of thing. I just think you're going to do this. I think if you don't do it, you'll always wonder what if, and what if I'd done it. So I hope you found that helpful, number 2. As I always say, a very special welcome to you if you're on your own watching this, if you're lonely. I'm thinking of you and I'm here if you need me. So if you chose number 3, this is for you. And don't forget, we're doing the stage 15 of the tarot course straight after these readings. Will you move abroad, number 3? If you're going to do it, it's not for 2 years. Because next year, I'm picking up inner conflict within yourself. You're arguing with yourself. 1 minute you want to do it, next minute you don't want to do it. There may be arguments around you as well. If you encounter arguments next year, number 3, you need really to keep out of them. Don't get involved in bickering, in nastiness, in arguments with anyone, or in legal arguments or lawsuits or anything like that. You need to avoid trouble, and you need to avoid arguing with yourself over this decision whether you should move or not, because this movement is a big thing. I believe if you're going to do it, it's not a dead cert, but if you're going to do it, it will be in the 2nd year. As I said, I'm looking 4 years ahead. This reading starts on the 1st of January next year, whenever that is. It's a timeless reading with no dates, as I said. So, don't have arguments between the 1st year and the year you move. If you're going to move, I think it's the 2nd year, number 3. And I think the 3rd year, you're going to be really sought after for your skills. So that tells me, number 3, that most of you, not all of you, but most of you are very highly skilled people. You may be a highly skilled man or lady, and your skills will be sought after. So your move abroad, when it happens, if you let it happen, I believe will bring success. I really do. But if you're going abroad with your partner, there could be problems. If you're going abroad with your lover, there could be problems in the 4th year, because in the 4th year, number 3, I'm picking up a new lover for you. Now this can mean that the love you've got is becoming more intense and becoming like new again, but it normally means a brand new lover. So a complicated set of pieces of information here for you, number 3. I think you've got to avoid arguing with yourself. I think some of you are arguing with your partner whether to do this or not, because it's such a big move. Once again, you're worried about leaving friends and family, a lot of you. And as I said to number 2, you've got to live for yourself. I'm afraid you have to make decisions that suit you and your partner if you have one. You may just be moving abroad with a friend or even a relative. You could be moving abroad with your kids if you're a single parent. But I think you'll do it in the 2nd year, if you do it at all. The 3rd year, you'll be sought after whether you moved or not. You will be sought after for your skills. And the 4th year, I believe that you will either get more intense with your lover, or you will find a brand new lover. So interesting reading, good reading, something to look forward to, and I really think you should look forward to it. And if you get the chance to move, I think you should do it. Thank you for watching that, number 3. We'll take a look now at number 4 before we start. Stage 15 of the Old England Tarot School Diploma course with the Ace of Cups. Now then, number 4, if you chose this one, it's for you. For the first time in these 4 readings, I'm getting a no. I don't think you'll move. Not in 4 years anyway. I think next year your life will be dominated by your ability to make things work successfully here or wherever you are in your country. If you're in the UK or America, wherever you are. I think that next year you'll find that you're good at what you do. A lot of you are business people, number 4. Not all of you. A lot of you will be starting businesses next year. I think you're smart, you're well dressed, you look successful, you're classy, a lot of you, not all of you, of course, but a lot of you are classy, well seated, a lot of you are on your own, a lot of you on your own are quite capable of being on your own, doesn't bother you at all. Not all of you. I think you think a lot of your career, probably more than you do of your love life, and you're good at what you do. But it doesn't matter what you do, number 4, you're good at it. If you had a new job next week, you'd be good at it. I think if you're a lady, you're very feminine. If you're a man, you're very old school. You're the type of man that will open doors for a lady and treat them with respect. If you're a lady, I think you're the same the other way around. You're respectful of your lovers and people around you. You are respected as well, so you're a good person. I'm picking up a good person here, number 4, in most of your cases. Now the second year, I think you'll be regretting things. You may regret that you didn't move, because I don't think you're going to. There may be tears of regret. There may be a slight downturn when you're moved. You may feel a bit fed up. Some of you may be a bit depressed, so you need to sort that out. That may be too strong a word, but it looks like you're fed up, some of you, number 4, in the second year. The message is, don't go crying over spilt milk. You can't change things that you've done already. You can only learn from them, or from my readings, of course. As I said earlier, if you want a full reading with me or one of the team that work for me, go to davidcharlespsychic.com. You can book me there or one of my team. So you're skillful, you're classy. That's the main message I get for you, number 4. You've got class. People look at you and think, that's a classy girl or that's a classy chap. You've got it. There's something about you. You have charisma. You have the ability to succeed on your own where other people would fail. And you find it easy. You've got the gift. Don't get down in the dumps in the second year. Don't get depressed because you didn't move. And you'll never know, because you could move later on, a few years down the road. I think all of you, or most of you, number 4, will be getting closer to somebody in the third year. Could be a brand new lover, but I think it's someone that you already know in most of your cases. If not, then it's a brand new lover. There could be a wedding. There could be a moving in together. There's a joining together. As you can see by we're going to come to soon, the 2 of Cups. There's a joining together which can be in a marriage, or it can be that you look at each other one day and you're just friends, and you look at each other one day and you realize that you're becoming much closer than just friends. You're becoming deeply fond of each other, possibly lovers. This is good. It's a good reading. The only problem with this one, number 4, is the 4th year, when you will get some turbulence. And as you know, I've told you so many times, if you watch these readings, turbulence, although it's horrible and it will wind you up a bit and upset you a bit and upheave your life a bit, it's required to remove the rubbish. The spirit world are removing rubbish, negativity, like taking the bins out on a Monday morning, whenever you do it. You're getting rid of all the garbage. So this turbulence, number 4, in 4 years' time, is not something you're going to enjoy, but you'll look at it later and you'll say, well, I'm glad it happened. I'm sure you understand what I mean. So number 4, not a bad reading, but you're the only one of the 4 really I don't think will move abroad, or you wouldn't have done anyway until you saw this reading. Now, of course, you can make it happen. But if you don't do it, don't have tears of regret in the second year. Look out for lover or love getting stronger in the third year. That's a very interesting time. Don't worry about upsets in the 4th year, because it's getting rid of the rubbish for you. So I hope you enjoyed that, number 4. And in a few moments, we're going to start now with stage 15 of the Old England School Tarot Diploma course, with the Ace of Cups. Lovely card, one of the best cards in the tarot pack, I believe, especially if you're a lover or romantic. So stick with me and we'll start that after this short interludings. Welcome back. Now then, we're doing stage 15 already of the Old England Tarot School Diploma course, and we're on stage 15 is the Ace of Cups. There she is. And this is a wonderful card and you're going to love it. Now, excuse me using notes, but I don't want to forget things, which I always do. So my readings are all done hopefully in one take. Some of the people on the internet show you all the outtakes. Well, I don't do that. I just leave them in. So if I make mistakes, please forgive me. So the Ace of Cups is, this card represents love, fulfillment, contentment and happiness. That's why I said earlier it's so special. Emotions overflowing. New beginnings are taking place. Marriages, could be a marriage, a birth, spirituality, birth of spirituality or birth of a child. A new awakening is indicated with this card. It's a good time to go ahead with plans such as weddings as well. Or if you're trying to start a family, brilliant time. Any emotional or business ideas that you may have been contemplating but putting off, it's time to start them. The association with the Ace of Cups is really harmony. A settled inner peace. A time of quality for your life and fulfillment. The world and everything around you is promising when this card shows up. It's a wonderful time for developing things. The emphasis is placed on harmony with this card and faithfulness. So let's have a look at some of the meanings. The aces really add something to any reading because they stand out from the other cards. They all mean new beginnings really, and they have a circle of their own light. The Ace of Cups is a symbolic, well, it's a symbol of deep feelings, intensity with intimate feelings. Attunement, it means compassion, and it means most of all love. Love is the word with a lot of the cup cards actually. This card shows that you've sown the seeds of emotional awareness. It's been planted in your life and you may not have recognised it till now. The seeds are going to sprout. They could take any form. There's strong feelings. There could be a gift coming your way, an opportunity coming your way. You could discover all kinds of events that you never thought possible. When you see the ace, you need to examine your life and feel the love, the loving energy that could work for you. If it's for you, of course, or someone you may be reading for when you've learnt the course. It may not be romantic love either. It could be love of your new car, but it's a love. The things with this thing are new beginnings with the ace, emotional beginnings, inner love, serenity. You just can't go wrong with it. Peace. It's the start of emotional fulfillment. The word start applies to the aces, of course. They all mean the start. Replenishment of feminine energy as well. Joy, creativity, peace. All of these things go with this, the Ace of Cups. Let's tell you some of the key words. Getting in touch with your feelings. Allowing your feelings to show through to yourself. Let your heart lead the way. It means that as well. You're empathizing with others. You express deep feelings. You can get the gist of this card. It's all about emotions and love and nice things, not bad things. Trusting your inner voice. Trusting the messages from within. Getting in tune with yourself. Lots of things that I can't tell you all on this video, of course. It can mean falling in love. Real, true love. Not some dream or crush. And it means going to a deeper level as well in all areas of your life, expressing emotion, responding to people with sympathy, sympathetically, ridding yourself of negativity and forgetting and forgiving. It means all those kind of things. And of course the tarot course will be set out in print for you to download eventually, because it's a big job for me, and you'll be able to download that from my website soon. So thank you for listening to all that. Soon we'll move on to stage 16, which will be the Two of Cups. Another good card as well. All the cup cards are nice, well, most of them. Thank you for watching all this. Please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon if you'd like notification when I upload new videos. And if you want to make any comments down below, please do so. I'll answer all of them. And if you want a proper full psychic reading, go to my website, davidcharlespsychic.com, and you'll get me on there if you want me, or one of my team that work for me, and they're really good. So thank you for all that. Special goodbye if you're all on your own. Don't get too lonely. And I'll see you soon, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.